What is up, Elevator? Today I have an empowering episode for you that's titled Unlocking the Power of Positive Self-Talk. If you're struggling with self-confidence or self-esteem issues, first of all, let me just say that I hate that you're going through that, and I'm sorry that you're going through that. I've struggled with that for many years. Now, of course, I'm in a better place, but that's why I coach. How I coach is because I know the pain of suffering from self-confidence and self-esteem, and I just want you to know that this episode is definitely for you. If you find yourself constantly battling negative thoughts, then this episode is for you. If you're always doubting your abilities and your self-worth, if you're ready to break free from the shackles of self-doubt and step into your unique power, if you've answered yes to any of these statements, then today's episode is perfect for you. In this episode, I dig into the importance of positive self-talk, how it can transform your life, and the practical steps you can take to develop this essential skill starting today. By the end of this episode, you'll have the tools that you need to elevate your mindset and start building your self-confidence right away. I also want you to know that I am recording this from inside of my Tesla, so you may hear it's trying to keep me at my desired temperature, so you might hear a little noise in the background. If you're listening to this through the podcast, I'm sorry you can't see the view and the pretty sky that's showing through the roof, but I thought this was a good place for me to film this or to record this episode. And honestly, I just haven't recorded from in here before, so I just thought it would be cool. If you are watching from YouTube, then hopefully you enjoy the change of scenery for this episode. Before I dive into unlocking the power of positive self-talk, please smash that subscribe button so you don't miss any of the tips that I release each week. Positive self-talk is the inner dialogue that you have with yourself. It's the way you encourage and affirm yourself, especially during times of challenge and doubt. This internal conversation can make or break your self-esteem and greatly influence your overall mindset, which of course influences your actions and your results. So let's discuss the three main aspects of positive self-talk. Aspect number one is recognize negative self-talk patterns. The first step in mastering positive self-talk is to identify and recognize your negative self-talk patterns. You might catch yourself saying things like, "I'm not good enough," or "I can't do this." When you become aware of these thoughts, you can start to challenge and change them. Aspect number two is replace negative thoughts with positive affirmations. Once you've identified your negative thoughts, you can begin replacing them with positive affirmations like, "How can I do this?" or "I'm going to find a way to do this." For example, if you think, "I can't do this," replace it with, "I have the ability to handle whatever comes my way." Practice these affirmations daily and watch how your mindset, watch how your actions, and watch how your results begin to shift. Aspect number three is practice mindfulness and self-compassion. Be present with your thoughts and emotions and treat yourself with kindness and understanding, just as you would with a close friend or a close family member or maybe your greatest loved one. Now that we've covered the fundamentals of positive self-talk, let's go ahead and talk about 4 practical tips to help you incorporate these aspects into your daily life. Tip number 1 is create a list of positive affirmations and repeat them daily. One of the things that I like to do, and one of the things that I've done in the past, and one of the things that I tell some of my clients is go ahead and sit with yourself and create a list of those negative thoughts that you're having. And then on another sheet of paper or in another list, answer those with a positive affirmation. So like I said earlier, if you say, "I can't do this particular thing," replace that with, "I'm going to find a way to do this particular thing," or "How can I do this particular thing?" And then throw that negative piece of paper away. And now you have the list of positive statements or positive affirmations that you can repeat to yourself daily. Number 2 is keep a journal to track your thoughts and emotions. Now, as I was listing this one, I knew that some of you guys are not going to want to grasp this. you're not going to want to do the work to journal and track your thoughts and emotions. Now, some of you will. And I do want to tell you this. Look, that pain that you're facing right now, if you're still watching, then you probably understand where I'm going with this video in this episode, when we're talking about low self-confidence and low self-esteem, and that pain and that uncomfortableness that you have as you're going through life and you're not feeling good about yourself and you're not feeling like you're the best that you can be. That pain that you have there, if you're going to let something like journaling your thoughts and emotions, giving that a chance, possibly even being lazy or thinking that that is something that is unnecessary, if you're going to let that stop you from the possibility or the opportunity to get rid of the negative things that you say to yourself, then I'm not sure exactly how you can be helped by anything. You gotta do the work. And if you're not ready to do the work, then you're truly not ready to make that change in your life. And I don't want to come across as unkind to you. I don't want to come across as being mean to you or like I don't know. I know I've been there. And ultimately I had to hate. You're gonna tolerate what you don't hate, right? So if you really hate it the way that feels and you don't want to don't tolerate it anymore, do these other things and watch how your life changes. Give yourself that opportunity. Don't be lazy. Number 3 is surround yourself with positive influences and people who uplift you. This is super important. You want to make sure that you be intentional about placing yourself around people who are going to be fountains in your life, who are going to give you the uplifting feelings. They're going to actually love you and support you in a way to where they're going to hold you accountable to getting out of that place where you are. At the same time, they're not going to do it in a way that's going to drain you and bring you down even further, right? They're going to be compassionate and kind to you. So it's super important that you seek out the people. You might have to be uncomfortable and tell them, hey, look, I need you for this. This is what I'm doing with myself right now. I'm telling myself these bad things, these negative things. I'm not being compassionate with myself and I don't like it. I'm going to change it and I need some support. I need you to help me. And watch what happens when you do that. So it's super important that you surround yourself with positive influences and people who uplift you. Number 4 is use visualization techniques to see yourself succeeding and achieving your goals. This is super important. I had to use this a few weeks ago. I was actually speaking at an event to an audience that was made up of professionals that I don't spend a lot of time around. So as it was a paid speaking engagement. So before the engagement, I felt myself getting a little nervous, maybe even telling myself that maybe what qualifies me to speak to them, even though I've spoken to several other types of audiences. I had to really just, first of all, tell myself positive things like there's a reason why they booked me for this. I had to tell myself things like, I can do this. I am the expert in my field, in what I coach. I'm the expert in actually what I was speaking about. So these people, I need to bring them value. So I visualized how that was going to go, how the presentation, how I was going to be delivering the presentation, what my movements were, the jokes that I was going to crack along the way, the stories that I was going to tell along the way. I visualized all of that. I visualized their faces. I visualized them smiling. I visualized some possibly even nodding off because some people just get tired. I visualized all that and I did it over and over and over and over. And when it came time for me to deliver the presentation, it went off perfectly. Got some really good responses from it, really good review from the person who actually paid me to be there, and got some more gigs coming along in the future because of that. So use visualization techniques to see yourself succeeding and achieving your goals. Trust me, it works. I also have a vision board too that I use and I look at every single day. By implementing these strategies, you'll be well on your way to developing a powerful, positive self-talk habit that will help you unlock your true potential. So there you have it. The key to unlocking the power of positive self-talk as you practice these techniques and make a conscious effort to shift your mindset, you'll begin to see a remarkable transformation in your self-confidence, in your self-esteem, which will bleed over into your actions, and you'll start having better results. I want to encourage you to remember that you can elevate your life and achieve greatness. You're gonna have to get uncomfortable and you're gonna have to do some work. That's just the way it goes, but it's worth it, trust me, and I know you can do it. It all starts with the conversation that you have with yourself. Before I wrap up, don't forget that if you need personalized guidance, accountability, and coaching, I'm here to help. Just click the link in the description to book a session with me to see if we're a good fit to work together. Let's work together to help you reach new heights, define your version of success, and live your best life. In the comments below, tell me if you found this episode helpful or have any additional insights on the topic. I really would like to hear from you, and I want you to know that your input may be helpful to others too. I invite you to join the Elevators inbox for some helpful tips, tools, resources, plus some personal updates on my life sent to your inbox each week. I promise that I won't spam you, and you can unsubscribe at any time. And finally, please like, share, subscribe, and comment. Thank you for tuning in. This is Coach Brian.